Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of WanderTrek. So, I'm back in the world, and this will be my second regularly scheduled video of my channel. So, I'm doing something experimental today, where I'm still using QuickTime to record, but I'm recording system audio separately, also on QuickTime. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but hopefully it does, or else that would make me sad. There's also a chance that this video is going to get deleted, which would make me sad. But I'm going to take that risk, and hopefully we can get some game audio in here. So I also just remember that I forgot to set a timer, so I'll do that right now. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the internet. I'm not sure why I have two beds. That's just sort of a waste of inventory space. So yeah, actually, I'm not sure how I'm going to go about starting this, but basically there's been a thing going on lately called Gamergate. So if you are a gamer yourself, or are into games at all, you might have heard about it. Probably have. So basically, there are these two people, Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkison. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but they've been making videos, or just generally been talking about sexism in video games, and basically their opinions on that. And their opinions are not very popular among gamers, but they are very popular among I'm not gonna say everyone else, because that's not true, but a lot of people, including a lot of the gaming media. And so there have been a few sites who have been pushing the feminist ideas very strongly, mainly Polygon and Kotaku. I'm also not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I haven't really gone on it much. And a lot of gamers are feeling that the feminist agenda is winning out, and their voices are being silenced. So I'm commenting on this mainly, one, because I feel that I can address it in a way that won't stir up any drama. Two, because my opinion doesn't really matter anyways, because I'm a guy with 80 subscribers on YouTube, and I get about 2 views on every video. I'm going to cook up some food, by the way, while I talk. So, and third, because I'm at this weird place where I'm sort of in between these two groups, because I game. I mean, obviously not, well, I mean, obviously, I guess you don't know what games I play, but not very hardcore. I mainly play Minecraft, a bit more Minecraft. I've played Civilization series in the past, some Roller Coaster Tycoon, SimCity, that sort of stuff. I'm more into strategy stuff, and weird. I'm getting this weird clicking noise. I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, that's the chickens. Never mind. So I game, so I understand a lot of the gamers' viewpoints, but I'm also I don't want to say this sort of stuff, but I guess on the internet it's not very dangerous. I'm a generally pretty liberal person, so I get the feminist point of view as well, even though I'm not a woman. I have to tread around this issue without really upsetting anybody, even though, unless one of the few people that's going to watch this video is very prone to get upset. So I understand both sides, which makes it very difficult. This situation has been, it's why it's intrigued me so much. And the problem is I see both sides accusing each other of things that I'm not quite sure are true. Like the story that has been especially going around on the gaming side is that Anita Sarkisson. That's what I'm going to call her, even if it's not her actual name, because I can't remember. I'm actually going to look that up real quick on my iPod while I'm doing this. There you go. So, yeah, they've been saying that she's been fabricating some of the threats that she's been receiving, which there's like evidence for it. Sarkeesian. There we go. Anita Sarkeesian. But I'm not. I mean, it feels sort of like blaming the victim, which I'm not a fan of. And a lot of this, I mean, some of this goes back to I'm subscribed to the subreddit called Tumblr in Action, and sometimes it's some funny stuff about like some completely crazy people, and sometimes it's like sort of what's the word for that? Sometimes I disagree with some of the views that they're talking about because I mean, I think that things like rape culture, the patriarchy. I've never quite figured out 100% the definition of the patriarchy. Oh, by the way, I'm in the official 1.8 release, which is great. But apparently books are super laggy, so we're about to figure that out. I mean, I'm already getting lag, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I need to turn 13 minutes. So that's that. So it's weird because I don't know how to feel, so I've been thinking about it a bunch. And so I feel that both sides should be represented, but I feel, thing is, I keep saying I feel, that's, and I'm a very logical person as well, so like I don't like saying that because you're bound to be opinionated if you say I feel. And you're also a whole lot less likely to be reasonable and logical. And that's generally how I feel about debates. In all debates, if you say I feel like this or I feel like that, I'm not as likely to listen to your opinion. But that's just me. Because things can get out of hand so easily with arguments. And the internet's very good at making things get out of hand. Which brings me to a second thing that I wanted to talk about, which was the recent leaked nude photos of a bunch of celebrities. I don't want to talk about the photos in particular, just what they imply, so to speak. So, okay, apparently the boat was over there. Let's get some food in my inventory. Actually, are these? Yeah, these are the new meats, so I'm not quite sure how much hunger they give you. Oh, I knew it. I knew this was an island. Okay, that's 2.5, and then I'll switch to mutton if I want to get hungry again. It's been deemed on Reddit as the fappening, which is definitely an appropriate name, I think, for a lot of people. I'm personally not into that sort of stuff, so I didn't really look into that much on that. I didn't look into it on the actual photos themselves, just the debate that then surrounded the issue, which is very interesting. So I'm also sort of a consumer tech nerd. I guess you could say I was an Apple fanboy if it weren't for the fact that I'm not actually a fanboy. I just have a lot of Apple products. I like Apple. I like their products, but I wouldn't call myself a fanboy, especially since for a long period of time I owned, it was like an iPod Touch, a Windows Phone, and an Android tablet, just so I could get a bit of each. But of course I also bought the Windows Phone at a time. I bought the Nokia Lumia 900, which was really hyped up back in February of 2012, and then they immediately stopped supporting it, and that got me really pissed off at Microsoft, so I don't really like Microsoft that much anymore. Sorry, Microsoft. And my Nexus 7 tablet just sort of died out really quickly. I have a Moto E now, which is a pretty decent phone, except for the fact that every time I turn the screen off, it just turns off. But that's just a bug with the phone. It's not like a general thing. But anyways, I was talking about celebrity nude photos. So what happened with that is that, well, the original thing was that iCloud got hacked and someone got a bunch of these photos from there. But apparently, it's since been updated that iCloud itself didn't get hacked. There was a separate thing. I don't know the exact details, but then is like that's how they got the passwords, and they used the passwords in iCloud to get the photos, and a bunch of things got. So this is another thing that has feminists, and for this I generally like to use the term social justice warriors because that implies a bit more of a radical. Well, I mean the privacy concerns I think should be regardless of whether or not you're a feminist or not. Like, you shouldn't be looking at nude photos of other people. Sorry. If they don't want you to, then that's just sort of messed up. But just like suddenly it was like slut shaming, and it just sort of blew up into his. So I think the rule on the internet is that if it can be seen as controversial, it's controversial. I think that's a generally good rule of thumb to follow on the internet. So, like, I find it harder to sympathize with the celebrities in this case, because I mean, obviously their privacy got violated, so I completely understand that. But just like, I don't understand any situation in which someone would take a nude photo of themselves. But that's just my personality, so I don't judge others based on that. This can be a very weird episode. I'm also recording this on Wednesday, which is the day it's also going to be released. It's 4:48 right now. Hopefully it gets released by the end of the day. School's back in session, so I have a bunch of homework. Ooh, is this an actual landform? Because I've been through this ocean for quite a while now. That's not actually land. So we're going to go boating at night. This will be wonderful. So yeah, that whole thing is just crazy. It's funny because I was like on this episode, I'm not going to give like a very nice, honest opinion about this, and it's going to be unoffensive to everybody, and then I realized I didn't really have an opinion. So it's very hard to be offensive when you don't have an opinion. Ooh, is that something? It's a tree. Love sunsets. Building guide. I haven't mentioned that in a few episodes. I keep procrastinating. It's pretty bad. Ooh, this looks like an island to me. Yeah, so I've been procrastinating really bad on that, and time's going on. But with the 1.8 official release, I actually feel some real urge to make that guide now, because I mean, there's not going to be any major block changes. Hopefully for the next month at least. Ooh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, my computer does that sometimes, where it just like presses escape for me and then makes an error noise. It's sort of annoying. Luckily, it generally doesn't happen during PvP or anything. So, with some sense of consistency and constancy, I feel like I have a bit more freedom to do that to make a building guide, because, I mean, just since my last building guide, the landscaping one, so much has changed in the game. Because that was early June, I think, and since then, all the new doors and fences and prismarine and a whole bunch of crazy stuff has gone on. And so the game is completely different. So, like, my interior guide, my original guide would probably now be completely different if I were to make it again. And I think that once I am done with this 5-part building guide. I want to revisit it at one point in the future. I think if there's ever any really big changes to the game again. Oh, is this an actual landform? It looks like it. It's about time. Okay, yeah, I got the boat. So I think boats have actually are a bit better now, at least client side. I don't know what it's like server-wise. Probably still messed up. Ah, it feels good to be on land again. Oh yeah, and I can sleep. That's good. So, yeah, I want to do that, but right after I finish the how to build stuff, I want to work on how to redstone again. I'm going to be... Ooh, okay, I could have water bucket MLG'd that, but I was too lazy. I want to revisit the first chapter and fix a few things I did there. Because what I did, if you haven't seen it on Reddit, I didn't post a video about it. It was like the tools, so basically what each redstone related thing does. And so like that was nice, and I think it helped a lot of people that didn't understand some of the basics. But the problem was I also left out a bunch of the basics. Like, I don't think I even described how redstone wire worked. And that was sort of stupid on my part. So this does 3. The cooked rabbit does 2.5. Just if anybody's wondering. They also reduce the amount of hunger that carrots and baked potatoes do by half from 1.7, which sort of annoyed me when I first figured it out. Because it used to be 2 and 3, and now it's 1.5 and 2.5. Oh well. Something just died up there. I wonder what it was. Ooh, this is neat. We have 3 minutes, by the way. I'm just reminding myself more than anything. This is going to be a pain to get up. I'm just going to go around it. I have to remember what I was talking about 20 seconds ago now. Dang it. That sucks. Let's talk about something different then. There's a little bunny over there, but he's also sort of floating in midair. Oh no, he's back on the ground. Good job, bunny. Yeah, I'm super OCD when it comes to eating food in Minecraft. Well, not technically OCD is more of a broad generalization for things that involve obsessiveness. So I'm very obsessive when it comes to eating food in Minecraft. I always want my hunger bar as full as possible. I have a lot of habits, I think, from... by the way, I'm taming a horse since I have a saddle. Oh, that's easy. And I can ride him at least... He's not too slow. But he has so little art. I want to see if this guy's a good jumper. Oh my god! What? Oh, how can you be that bad at jumping? Wow. That's pretty sad. But anyways, this is actually a pretty bad horse now I think about it. He has 8 hearts. He's not that fast, and he can't even jump 2 blocks. I may have chosen the worst horse ever. But it doesn't matter, because I'll get rid of it. And I can't get over these trees, because you can't even jump onto a wall. So I think I have a lot of habits from when I used to play some free world Hunger Games maps. And you had to... So I also, if you like analyze my videos for some reason, you may notice that a lot of times when I'm doing caving, I will shift in a lot of areas where I don't really need to shift, and that's completely a habit from the Hunger Games, because if you aren't fully geared up, you don't want people to see you, and so you have to pretty much be pressing shift all the time, just in case somebody's looking around for name tags. So yeah, I got in this and I played so many Hunger Games maps back before I started YouTube at all. So I was doing a bunch of that. Okay, I'm gonna leave this horse here, because I may actually move faster without him. Oh, timer's done. Whoops. Yeah, so I used to do Hunger Games maps, moral of the story. don't not shift during Hunger Games. If you liked, sort of sun ending. If you liked, you can leave a like. If you really liked and would like to see more, you can subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.